you been struggling with getting your students to actively participate in discussions in the classroom? Have you tried different strategies but still unable to get your students to actively engage in discussions? If this describes you, then you are in the right place today. Today I'm going to be talking about a student-centered strategy that is designed to elicit active student engagement and participation in the classroom. This instructional strategy is called the Fishbowl Strategy. And today I want to take you through a series of steps that will help you to effectively implement this strategy in your classroom so that you can see the results that you are looking for in terms of student engagement and participation. If implemented correctly, the Fishbowl strategy can spark student participation and discussion in your classrooms. There should be no more than 6 to 10 chairs in the inner circle. Fewer but no less than 6 if space is an issue. In the outer circle will be the other students who are not participating in the discussion in the inner circle. The students in the outer circle are the observers of the discussion taking place in the inner circle and should be required to take notes during the process. The facilitator, that role is filled by the teacher. The facilitator does not participate in the discussion, but poses questions along the way to prompt deeper discussion and to ensure everyone inside the fishbowl has a chance to talk. Now, it's important to set up norms and rules of engagement. Students must be provided with instructions in what is expected of them during the discussion so that chaos does not break out in the classroom. Students in the inner circle, the speakers, will participate in discussion for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then you would want to rotate those students out of the fishbowl and rotate those students who were the observers in the outer circle into the inner circle so that everyone gets a chance to participate in the discussion. Students inside the fishbowl will become the listeners or observers, and the students outside the fishbowl will become the speakers. Only students inside the fishbowl are allowed to speak. Students outside the fishbowl must remain quiet while discussion is taking place inside the fishbowl. For the inner circle students, review guidelines for respectful and accountable conversation. Students must be able to respectfully agree to disagree. Review expectations for contribution to the discussion. You do not want one or few speakers dominating the discussion. All students in the inner circle are expected to actively participate in the discussion, asking questions and sharing their opinions. So this will ensure balance in the discussion. For the students in the outer circle, you certainly would want them to take notes, brief them on what they should be listening for, whether they should evaluate or critique performance of the students in the inner circle and offer feedback for improvement. These are details that have to be worked out ahead of time. For the students in the outer circle, you want these students to also actively participate. They should be observing, they should be taking notes on the content and the process of the inner circle's discussion. In terms of preparation, it is advisable to have students prepare for the discussion ahead of time. If you want to have effective discussions in your classrooms, perhaps give students a pre-reading assignment on the topic. Have them do some research, have them prepare questions to pose during the fishbowl discussion. But the idea is for students to be prepared to have an effective discussion. Without that preparation, you're not likely to see the quality of discussions taking place. After the discussion, it's important to debrief the entire class. Ask students to reflect on how they think the discussion went and what they learned from it. Students can also evaluate their performance as listeners and as participants. Students can use their observations from the outer circle to highlight strengths of the discussion and make suggestions for ways to engage each other more meaningfully, as well as on how to improve the quality of the discussion in the future. With these strategies, like I said, if implemented correctly, if you implement it effectively, you are going to see your classrooms transform to live stages where your students are performing according to your expectations.
Am I swimming in a fishbowl? Am I in the deep end? Wishing I was someplace else, must be a reason.